Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then, too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier, too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with Gym Rat's basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses the long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts, all with a 99% career success rate.
You belong here.
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 I belong here.
Rockets has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
In 4 years, this could be you.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts.
You belong here!
Our football team haven't won a sectional title in 32 years.
There's no team better than us, and we just do our job.
Nobody really want to lose no more.
All you want is greatness. You want me 1, 2, 3?
This is the game that's been on my calendar all year.
We don't need it. Staying disciplined.
We a whole different Northside team.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in Indiana High School basketball fans. SummitCitySports.com, coming to you live, Bill Green Arena, campus of Marion High School, as we have our second regional final matchup. This one will be between the Fort Wayne Snider Panthers and Harrison out of West Lafayette. The winner will move to semi-state next week. This is SummitCitySports.com. Lindley Kistler on the camera. Tim Atkinson here calling your play-by-play. Coach Keith Edmonds from Always 100 joining me in the booth here atop Bill Green Arena. Coach, had a real lopsided game in our first one with Fishers really flexing their muscle against Homestead. You got kind of a flip-flop scenario here with Snider being the favorite, where Fishers was the favorite at Homestead. But Snider, just like Fishers, you got to come out and prove it on the court.
There's no doubt. And again, as you get into state tournament play, Tim, people need to understand you only have to beat them one time.
Right.
So it's not a series. It's the team that gets momentum early, gets to dictate their style of play and what they want to establish on both ends of the floor. So it's going to be really interesting to see. We've seen Snider enough to know what they want to do.
Right.
I'm really intrigued to see what happens with Harrison and their style of play and their overall philosophy. So I'm looking forward to a very good basketball game.
Yeah, speaking of, Snider does come into tonight 20-4 overall. They finished second in the Summit Athletic Conference there in Fort Wayne, Indiana at 8-1, just behind the Northrop Lady Bruins, who won that conference at 9-0. For Harrison, they come in 16-9, and they won the North Central Conference as the only undefeated squad at 8-0. Looking at some of the stats here for Harrison, they absolutely like to shoot the rock. Looking at Riley Flynn, the leading scorer, averaging 14 points a contest. She's shooting more threes, 56 more three-point attempts than any player on Snider's team.
No doubt.
Also, surprisingly, has 77 more assists than any Snider player. So it really looks like it starts and begins with Riley Flynn and that 32% distance from three, but 174 three-point shots. You know she's got some confidence shooting the rock.
Well, what that tells me is they like to get out in transition, Tim. They like to get up and down the floor and get those open looks in early transition. And again, when you have someone that has taken that many three-point shots, and when you take a look at the next person behind her with 64 attempts,
right,
leads me to believe that Riley Flynn is the begin and end all for Harrison.
Yeah, looking at some size as well, watching warm-ups and a little bit of research coming into tonight's game. Campbell Moore, the senior 6'1", she looks like she brings a nice big post presence here for head coach Rush McCauley in the 5th season here at Harrison, averaging 8 points a contest to go along with those 7.5 rebounds. And then the second leading scorer behind Riley Flynn is a junior in Riley Whitlock, averaging 12 points a contest, and she's shooting 53% from the field. Coach, that's pretty impressive.
No doubt. Anytime you have kids that are able to hit more than half their shots. Right. Again, that tells me a couple things. One, it tells me that they take good shots,
right,
and then they make the good shots that they take. So it's going to be really interesting to see. I'm always curious when you get a chance to see some of the teams that we're not very familiar with, right, and some of the different players that we might have read about or have seen on the internet as far as Twitter and some of those social media outlets. So I'm just looking forward to seeing what the Harrison brings and hoping that Snider brings what they normally bring, which is high energy led by Jordan Poole and Nene Donahue and then the complementary role players they have around them to be the team that they are.
Yeah, we'll definitely take a look at that here in a second. Looking at Harrison, really, it's kind of been a roller coaster type season when you look up in the wins and loss column. They rip off 3. They lose 1, they win another 1, they lose 1, they win 2, they lose 1, they win 3. So really, besides that 4-game losing streak in the middle of their season against Pike, Zionsville, and company, yes, they've really played well at times. So you know the capability is there to play and beat a high-caliber team like Snider.
And no doubt, just taking a look at their schedule, and you've mentioned playing Pike and Zionsville and Noblesville and some of the more prominent teams in our state, leads me to believe that this game should not shake them.
Right.
They're used to playing against high-quality teams, high-quality programs, elite players. So it's going to be interesting, again, to see what they do, what their style of play is, and how they're going to defend Snider and take Snider away from some of the comfort spots that they're used to having during the course of a game.
Speaking on Snider, led by first-year head coach Reggie Tharp. He was the assistant coach for Akela Sims over the past year or two. You know him really well. He's an elite coach there at Always 100 AAU program. Outstanding young coach, and like you said, he's got one of the best players in the state of Indiana in the junior class, in Jordan Poole. High-level D1 offers already. When you look at Jordan Poole and just the absolute high-level skill level that she has, for Jordy, averaging about 16 points a game to go along with 4 steals, 3.5 steals, 4 assists, and we'll get you a rebound or 2 a contest. She's one of those generational players that we've seen in Fort Wayne. She's tremendous.
No doubt. She is a human highlight film. You just love to see her in open floor. Again, once she gets into the open floor, you just never know what's going to happen. And sometimes it's almost predictable when you see some players that they're going to stop and shoot, but with her, you just never know. It's going to be some type of pass that we haven't seen, or it's going to be some type of move to the basket. She's just fun to watch, and I've said it over and over. I think that she's the most exciting player to watch in open floor in Northeast Indiana.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Speaking of other top-level players in the state of Indiana, and Nene Donahue, her junior running mate, averaging 12.5 points a contest, 4.5 rebounds, 4 assists, and get this, kids, almost 6 steals a game. Coach Edmonds talks about it all the time in our broadcast, the best on-ball defender that we have in the state. Nene Donahue is a different level type of player.
No kidding, Tim. I think this is really interesting when you watch these two young ladies play together. I think they form the best backcourt in Northeast Indiana. I think these two understand how to play with each other. They complement each other's style of play. They don't get in each other's way.
Right.
They're definitely the head and shoulders leaders of this particular program. And again, Nene Donahue, you can't even speak about her unless you start talking defense first.
Right.
She understands what has to happen from her to take the other team's elite player, elite point guard out of the game, and just be disruptive all over the floor, which is what we'll see tonight.
And then Coach Reggie Tharp has really molded his role players that are absolutely playing at a high level, and that really is with CeCe Sims, who can get absolutely hot from deep. She's averaging about 9 points a game, also rebounds high level for a guard at 4.5. And then, of course, in the post with Tia Fittezy, 8.5 points a contest, almost 7 rebounds and 4 blocks a game. When she's playing her best basketball, this Snider team is unbeatable.
Well, and to see her come back after sitting out a season and and just the impact and influence she has on the game. And these things don't always show up in the highlights, but she's definitely a game changer. She mans that defense in the back line. She allows them to be more aggressive on ball pressure, and knowing that you have someone back there that's going to make the difference when teams try and get past them is just says a lot about Tia Finney and what she brings to the game.
Yeah, you could see Coach Tharp, it took him a minute to get his club really on the same page of what he wanted to do. They dropped 3 out of their first 5, but the Marion stat people put together, those 3 losses were against teams that had a combined record of 60-13 over the year. So they started that 3-5, ripped off about a dozen straight wins before that loss to Northrop in that rivalry game, and they haven't lost since then. And that January 6th, they're playing some of the best basketball in the state as well.
No doubt, Tim. It's going to be really interesting just to see what they've learned from the experience that they had at this level last year. Remember, they got to the regional last year, and I think that they feel like they have some unfinished business, and they'll get things done tonight.
Yeah, it got handled really, and it was an eye-opening experience for sure, which was the top sophomore class in Jordy and them a year ago. So, hey, we're about ready for the start of our second regional final here today at Bill Green Arena. Just an absolute mecca of high school basketball in the state of Indiana. Everybody that's been around Indiana high school basketball, I'm sure you've slipped into this gym a time or two. Coach Keith Evans was just talking about it pregame. You used to find a seat when you could find a seat up in the top corner wherever you could get it. So now let's go down to our PA announcer where we will, I believe, have the national anthem. And America the Beautiful will be sang once again. So let's now go down to our PA announcer. Get that set up right here live. SummitCitySports.com.
We also remind you that Marion High School is a smoke and vape-free facility. On behalf of Superintendent Keith Burke, Principal Lloyd Bryant, and Athletic Director Steve Morris, thank you for attending today's championship game. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the singing of the national anthem, as performed by Marion class of 1973 alumni, Steve Bryant. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Once again, outstanding job here by the alumnus here at Marion High School. Saying America the Beautiful this morning, now Star Spangled Banner. Let's now go down to our PA announcer where they will give us the full rosters of both Snider and Harrison. And then the starting lineups for both clubs here at this Class 4A Regional.
A 5'9" sophomore, number 10, Gabriella Barnes. A 5'9" sophomore, number 24, Diane Finney. A 5'5" junior, number 4, Sarah Elzwecki. A 5'8" junior, number 20, Samantha Bauman. A 5'8" junior, number 12, Marjorie Airman. A A 5'8" senior, number 32, Anthony Weeks. Introducing the non-starters for the Lafayette Harrison Raiders. A 5'4" freshman, number 11, Madeline Nelson. A 5'3" freshman, number 15, Allison McCauley. A 5'11" freshman, number 42, Kaylee Blackburn. A 5'6" sophomore, number 25, Ashley Bump. A 5'8" junior, number 24, Chelsea Parker. A 5'6" junior, number 12, Aaliyah Mengler. And finally, a 5'10" junior, number 33, Kirsten Giles. And now, here are the starters for the Fort Wayne Snider Panthers. A 5'9" sophomore, number 11, Tyra Parker. A 5'6" junior, number 22, Jordan Poole. A 5'9" junior, number 30, Sierra Sin. A 5'8" junior, number 2, Janea Donahue. A 6'2" junior, number 23, Tia Fancy. The head coach of the Panthers is Reggie Stark. And here are the starters for the Lafayette Harrison Raiders. A 5'8" sophomore, number 2, Ava Honor. A 5'9" sophomore, number 22, Elsie Honor. A 6' junior, number 23, Riley Whitlock. A 5'11" senior, number 4, Riley Flynn. And a 6'1" senior, number 45, Campbell Moore. The head coach of the Raiders.
How about that for atmosphere put on here by Marion High School? Outstanding job. They dropped the lights with the spotlights. Outstanding job. Athletic Director Steve Moritz and his staff always does a great job here at Bill Green Arena, Marion High School. So, Coach, we're ready. It's finally here, our second game of the doubleheader. Can the Fort Wayne team move on to semi-state, which would most likely feed into Huntington North, just a short trip from Fort Wayne, Indiana? Snider in the all-black with the gold trim. Harrison in the white with the orange trim. It will be Finney and Moore to tip. This is Indiana High School basketball. We do play 4 8-minute quarters. No shot clock here in the state of Indiana. So, Coach, right away you see Nene. She is going to be on Riley Flynn, their prominent three-point shooter.
No doubt. And I think that's what we thought, Tim, once we saw who their leading scorer was. It wouldn't have mattered if she was 6'7". Nene was guarding her. So
no doubt. Harrison comes out here with some full court pressure, Coach.
Yeah, they're in a 2-2-1, three-quarter court trap, and again didn't get the basket defended. And Sierra Sim was able to score.
CC Sims with the easy bucket. Snider's going to bring their own pressure. That's a tough matchup there from Enner. Parker's wide open. Got it. Easy deuce. Great start for Snider. Two easy buckets. You may have to come out of a press if you continue this here. Enner picked up. There's a number 22. Elsie Honor. And then blocked by Finney. She averages, 6 a game or something like crazy like that. And we're going to have a whistle to stop it. Yeah, Finney averaging 7 boards a game and about 4 blocks per contest.
And Tim, it's always interesting to see when teams that like to press, when they get pressed, because sometimes you spend so much time working on your press that you don't take the necessary time it takes to work on going against the press. So it's going to be interesting to see how Harrison makes their adjustments.
Early whistle, that's going to go out of bounds right in front of the Snider fans. Down low, that's a travel for Moore. Just shoveled it before she put the dribble down. That's going to be a turnover. Usually takes a little bit of working out here. I mean, this is a regional final. The winner moves to semi-state, one step closer to a state final down there in Indianapolis. Knock it down, CC. Can't get it. Rebound, Nene. Good cut from Sims. Another point-blank shot make, Coach. This is good-looking offense to start for Snider.
Well, it looks like Snider's playing like a team that's been here before, Tim. And they understand what it takes to get to that next game. So a little nerves early for Harrison. I think they'll settle down and get their style of play going for them.
Your second leading scorer, number 23 on the wing there in Whitlock. Back up top, Honert. And that's blocked by Finney, but too much body. That will be a 2-shot foul. Coming for Harrison. First team foul. Maynard to the line for 2. Missed the first. 6 minutes. We're 2 minutes into this ball game. This is SummitCitySports.com. Thanks for joining us here. We're also down in 3A at Belmont for that regional as well. Second one cannot get the friendly roll, but Moore just rebounding over the top. Great effort on the rebound from Campbell Moore.
Very good job.
The press sets up. Honored at the top of that. That leads to a steal. And then the leak out. Tough catch. Left hand can't get it to go. And Parker will get hit with the personal. The second one on Snider. So good counter from Harrison. Starting to settle in.
And sometimes, Tim, all you need to see is that ball go in early and you start to feel a little bit better about just being in this environment. You understand what the stake is in this game. And it's good to see Harrison score early and start feeling a little bit better about themselves.
Second attempt. Hits them both. 6-4 our count. Nene. It's a bit heavy, but that went off the Harrison hands. Did it go off Parker last? It must have, as it will be Raider ball. Harrison Raiders out of West Lafayette, Indiana.
Oh, no one's back. No one's back.
This could be a long pass here.
Yes.
And he may not have a play set up already. Maybe that's what you want to call a timeout to get that play set up with. But we'll stay right here on the 30-second timeout as this broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. The Big Eyed Fish has been around Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne and a family-friendly environment at the Big Eyed Fish. Kelly Automotive celebrating their 70th year in business. Shop all 14 of their brands at drivekelly.com. Top Seal Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They'll help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. At Automotive Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process. From bid to bill, visit automotivecontracting.com. So back to the action here. Set up the press break. Nene got a piece of it. Whitlock was down low, wide open. They couldn't find her. Look at Poole hounding the dribbler and the guard of Honor. Loose. That's going to be over and back. Thought Snider tipped it, but I guess not.
Snider tipped it and it hit off, I think, Campbell's foot and it rolled across.
And there you have it. That is a violation. There's Snider, 6'4", 5:24 left. Coach Rush McCauley doing his due diligence on the sidelines for Harrison. Got to move the ball quick. This Harrison D is swarming right now. That's going to be a jump ball. You see their pressure is picked up a little bit as Harrison.
I think Snider needs to get the ball in Jordan Poole's hands, let her direct the offense, and get things moving in the right direction. Like they have a set play on their side out of bounds.
Donahue, there it is, the Poole. Couldn't get that one to go on her first shot. Nene gets it after Sims kept it alive. Couldn't get it. Still up. That's going to be a foul. How about the effort from Sims to keep it alive on the first one? Nene came and got it and then rebounded a second time. Now we'll head to the line.
And for those of you that have not seen Janae or Nene Donahue, we refer to her as Nene, they're just in for a treat. Just getting a chance to watch her play, and she'll get more floor burns. She'll get more dive for loose balls and all those intangible things that you want a player to be on your team.
First one up and good, 7-4. Second one for Sims. Loose. Saved it, did Nene. Out to Sims. Now Poole. Sims, 3. Ooh, that one rimmed out. Finnessy with the offensive rebound, but had it knocked away. Good hands from Harrison. How about Flynn? Attacking the cup. Forcing the action right there, and good things happen. She's going to go to the line.
And that was one of the things that we alluded to at the start of the game, Tim, that when you have a player that has taken 174 threes, that tells me that they want to get in transition and get early offense as much as they possibly can.
Kick out here. Jordy read that all the way. Poole, nice use of the body. Nice use of the body for Jordy Poole. Has several Division I offers, does number 22 in black. Oh, they lost her on the baseline. Led to an easy shot and make from Elsie Honored, excuse me. 3-point game, 4-11. Good active hands once again from Harrison. Oh, nice dribble. Oh, beautiful stuff from Riley Flynn. That's high-level dribbling out on the break. And a timeout. Called by Coach Reggie Tharp. We're going to stay right here as this broadcast is brought to you by Summit City Sports. And you know Summit Volleyball trains the builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Our players are equipped with elite-level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for our home or business, a system and solution that fits your unique needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. Are you ready to do what it takes to put your past behind you? Whether it's expunging your criminal record or getting your driver's license reinstated, Jolly Law Firm is your answer. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing top-notch commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfectant services throughout Northeast Indiana. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu. Sims, nice Euro, but swatted by Moore. Great timing on that shot block. Here's Nene. The cross to the left hand, the scoop, no good. They're letting them play out there for sure. Here's Bree Barnes, who just checked in, found Nene. Can't get the 3. Poole, and she is hit and pushed to the floor. That's going to be a foul on Harrison, and they'll inbound baseline.
And, Tim, what a luxury you have when you have guards that are willing to go rebound and give your team second, third, fourth effort to score. I think Snider's starting to realize that they are in a basketball game, and sometimes you might underestimate, not necessarily underestimate, but look at an opponent as because you haven't seen them before, they may not look as athletic as you're used to playing against. So So I think now they realize that Harrison is here to play, and they're going to have to turn their game up another notch.
Well, there are some players out here, no doubt about it. Just as we saw in the first game between Homestead and Fishers. Good drop step. Barnes, she can drain that. The sophomore couldn't get it to go. Sims to Poole. Nice look. Yep, that's going to be a foul on Moore. Just too much contact, trying to rebound from behind. I like the aggression, but just a bit too much. That will be a foul, her first.
And Tim, we
that's her third, Coach.
Yes,
that's a big one.
Yes, it is.
Go ahead, sorry.
Well, no, that is huge.
Yeah.
But one of the things that we talk about is identifying that third scorer, that third player that's going to get you double figures. And it seems like Sierra Sims has decided it's going to be her tonight and just been real active and has really been Snider's primary scorer this first quarter.
We'll send Nene to the line to shoot a pair. 2 shots. Second of 2. One and 2 that trip. 10-8 our score. 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Full court pressure continues on both ends. There's a steal by Sims. Has Poole on the leak out. Has Nene. Shovel. Sims just got underneath the bucket.
Yes.
And traveled. Caught by surprise on that pass. Was Geyer, who just checked into the game. Kristen Geyer. That'll be a turnover, but Harrison could set up this press.
Harrison wants to get up and down, Tim, so that's that might be something that might be a little bit surprising for Snider. But, again, they're here to play, and great ball game we got going.
Poole still can't get it going. It's a matter of time. You keep giving her looks like that, though. Oh, Nene. Oh, come on. Nene Donahue, Coach.
That's what she does.
Donahue with another pilfer and bucket. 6 steals a game, kids. 6 steals. There's Whitlock. Whitlock, second leading scorer. I don't think she's got a shot. Maybe one. That's a nice take. Just a little bit short. But a good dribble. Oh, Sims. Coach, you're right about CeCe Sims. She's ready today.
Yes.
That one a little heavy for Nene, go out of bounds. But, yeah, you could see it in her body language.
And, again, it might be that the fact that coaches told her, look, we really need you to step your game up offensively, or just maybe the game is maturing in that way that she sees her opportunities early and she's taking advantage of them.
Love to see that. Kids taking advantage of their opportunities. Barnes did a nice job to at least bother that shot a little bit, or that would have been an easy runner. Here's Nene. Oh, look at the dribble behind the back, but the good hands. Harrison has very active hands, but Parker comes with it. Scoop, no. Come on, CeCe Sims rebounding at a high level. Averages 4.5 a game. She's already beyond that.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. And again, that's what you have to have, Tim. If you want to get to that next level and you want to have an opportunity to advance in the state tournament, you have to play every game as if it's your last, and it is your last.
Right.
So,
yeah, realistically, it is.
No doubt.
Or it can be as Sims converts 13-8. Second attempt. Got them both. Got them both. 14-8, 6-point lead, and Sims is going to get a well-deserved break. Checking in for her is number 24. Oh, wow. Beautiful shot as Riley Flynn, their 3-point specialist. And then a rejection. Oh, she's good. You can see it in her, no doubt about that. Is the senior Riley Flynn going to work. Good length for a guard as well. That's the second on Parker, the fourth on Snider. 54 seconds left. More substitutions, keeping them fresh. As both coaches really, you get a lot of energy, especially to start these regional games, these high intense, high emotion games.
You know, and kids just get emotionally burned, Tim. They're so excited, and they understand what's at stake and the moment that's in front of them. And sometimes you can be tired after only 2 minutes to play.
14-12, Snider still on top, 54 seconds left. Here's Riley Flynn, their leading scorer, averaging 14 a game. And can't get it. Barnes with the rebound, finds Parker. Now to Poole. Poole cut off, goes to the fadeaway. Oh, man, you're not stopping that. She makes that. Good night. Poole with that little 15-foot fadeaway. Checking in is number 12. Aaliyah Mengler for Harrison and head coach McCauley. It's going to be a foul on Snider, the 15th foul. That's going to go on Nene. That's her first. That's another thing that she has really progressed on, even from the beginning of this season, where I know Coach Starp had some tough love with Nene and the amount of fouling that she was doing. She finally has understood that, and she has definitely taken care of that.
Well, I think one of the things that when you're such a great defensive player like she is, you can just let teams turn it over as opposed to trying to take it from them. And I think that she started to realize that during the course of the season and has made that adjustment. Snider's getting themselves in a little foul trouble as well, Tim.
They are. This is now the 16th foul, the first one on Poole. That's a tough one there as two players going up for a 50-50 ball. So one away from the bonus. There's been 11 calls. And that will go out to Snider. They have a chance to push on the 4-point lead. As I didn't get that last free throw. Apologies. 16-12, 25.5 seconds left in this quarter. And to Donahue. Parker. Skip pass. That one wasn't there. Just take the easy and wrap it around the horn there.
And you always wonder what kids see that we don't see as coaches or even as fans. Mm-hmm. Because it would have seemed that she would have been able to move the ball back up to the top of the key and then bring it around.
Right. That's why coaches have less hair than normal adults. Snider wanted to travel, but it's going to lead to a live ball turnover and the layup for Jordy Poole. More defense to offense. And heads up, Snider cheerleaders. That could have been dangerous. Yes. But a good quarter there for Snider. They lead it 18-12. We'll be right back live at SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Class 4A regional final here, Bill Green Arena. Marion High School. Lindley Kistler on the camera. Tim Atkinson here with Coach Keith Edmonds joining me in the booth. Sitting here baseline at Marion. 18-12. That was a good quarter from Snider. But, Coach, we talked about a little bit. This Harrison team, they are a well-rounded club, and they're going to be tough to beat like that.
Yes, and not only that, with their post player Campbell being out, or Moore being out in that first quarter with 3 fouls, and they were able to stay in the ball game. And then she comes right off the bench and scores. So
beautiful bounce pass. No. Barnes kicks it. Poole, Donahue. And it's going to be a travel. Yeah, looking at that stat line, 50% from the free throw line for Harrison in that first quarter, 3 of 6. Left some there at the line. But they find themselves down by 4 with 7:15 left to go in this second quarter. Parker. There's Flynn. Honert. Trying to find more on the block. Bree Barnes doing a nice job keeping her unpositioned. That's a jump ball, yeah?
Wow.
And jump ball. And possession arrow. Looks like it's going to go to Snider. 18-14.
And, Tim, I like the fact that the referees are letting them play.
I agree, Coach.
I mean, it's not malicious, nothing. It's just kids playing hard, and they're trying to win a regional. So allow them that opportunity without dictating.
Another steal. Two-point ball game. Can't get it to go. How about Sims, the putback? Sims has been awesome.
Yes, she has.
For Coach Reggie Tharp.
Their best player tonight.
The quarter. Honor. Top to Flynn. Nene just hounding her, not letting her get a three-point look. Again with Sims. Living at the rim right now.
Yes.
It's Cece. Known for her three-point shooting. Oh, Jordy, the pickpocket. And the layup. So good. And a timeout's needed by Harrison. Nice run from Snider. They take an 8-point lead. And a full timeout, so we'll take a quick one here with them. We'll be right back. Class 4A Regional, SummitCitySports.com.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Knighty. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. SummitCitySports.com. Coming to you live. Coach Keith Edmonds joining me here in the booth. This is Tim Atkinson calling your play-by-play. Game number 2 of our regional finals. Snider's going to back out of the full court pressure here with 5:25 left to go in the second quarter.
And I think that's good strategy by Coach Tharp. Again, we end up getting a wide open layup.
That will send Whitlock to the line. Well, they've been having some problems. There's been a lot of pickpockets out there towards the timeline for Snider.
Well, and I think what Coach Tharp is thinking is that they can defend better in the half court as opposed to getting spaced out or stretched out as far as the zone press is concerned and leaving those wide open shooters for Harrison or giving them an opportunity to make shots. So I'm sure that they'll come back with some type of different look in the press maybe later this quarter or at the start of the second half. But, I think that's a great strategy.
Right. Here is Whitlock. Seven-point game. Sims to Barnes for the bucket. Nice transition bucket to beat the press for Snider. Finished by Bree Barnes. Honored. Moore. Goes to Flynn.
If I'm Harrison, I'm going down inside to Moore. She's got Bree Barnes guarding. Definitely size advantage, a mismatch inside if they want to take advantage of that.
Up top, Whitlock. Ooh, and a cheap one there on Nene. And that's her second foul. She's going to have to come out as Finney will check in. That's Zai Finney, the younger sister of Tia Finney. Getting ready to check in. Now, if he's got to check out. So into the bonus is Harrison. And does hit the front end, does Whitlock. 8-point ball game. Second attempt. Dribble handoff to Parker. Now Finney. Parker. Sims. Poole. Shows the handle. Step back. Blocked by Moore. Her timing is really good.
Yes.
3-ball Flynn. Couldn't get it.
I think Jordan got a piece of that with Jordan Poole on her shot.
There's no way Flynn's missing that badly. Oh, got a beautiful take from the sophomore. 6-point game. Check it, 5-point game. 26-21. 3:40. Back rim, no good. Flynn comes out with it. Oh, great look to Whitlock. Tremendous vision from Flynn to Whitlock. Nice run from the Raiders here.
Yes.
Cool. Flynn, coast to coast. No one stopped the ball. Beautiful take. Riley Flynn makes it a 1-point game. 2:50 left. Poole. Floater. Ooh, a lot of contact after the shot. And then Finney's going to get a little nickel dimer.
Well, I think what Coach Tharp realizes is good. I see that he's putting Nene Donahue and Finney back in the game. Tia Finney. Tim, what is happening is that Harrison is able to get in transition. There's really no one out there for Snider that can stop the ball, like Nene can, and they were able to just get out in transition and get all the way to the basket. There's no rim defender back there. With Tia Finney out and just good substitutions. And at this point for the Snider.
Yeah, Moore's playing with 3 fouls herself.
Yes.
Coach McCauley gets her out of the ball game with 2.5 minutes. So he just stole, 2.5 minutes of great basketball that really started this run. 1 point lead for Harrison now, their first lead. Poole, Sims, Barnes. Back to Sims. Now Jordy, bad spacing right now. Poole, pull up, no good. Flynn and her length. And blocked by Finney. Poole saves it to Barnes. And then a foul.
That's what Tia Finney does. That's the reason why you need a rim protector, especially a team that likes to get in transition. You need someone that can alter the game. When teams shot fake from a three-point look and then drive to the basket, you need someone there that can influence them.
Here's Donahue. Just under 2 minutes. Poole to Finney, swatted by Flynn. I don't think the Harrison fans enjoyed that call.
No.
That's the 7th team foul. So Snider shooting the rest of the way as well.
But Tia Finney has to learn how to go up stronger on that particular move, Tim, inside. And don't just take your size for granted, because there are players that can alter their game, your game as well.
It's the second rebound to Harrison and heads-up play.
Now I'd like to see Snider go back to the press now. Coach has decided to just pick up man-to-man.
Whitlock. Now to Flynn. 1.5 minutes, tied at 27s.
And Nene's got to be smart. She's got 2 fouls already. You don't want to get your third.
Nice dribble.
Good handle.
And found Poole. And fouled. Poole's going to head to the line and shoot a pair. That's Sims playing one heck of a first half for Coach Tharp.
Yes. Where would they be without her right now?
Can't get it to go, can Poole. 1:16 left in the second quarter. Missed them both. .110 remaining in the quarter. Harrison can take the lead back. Gambled. Whitlock, Finney. And luckily didn't give up an and one right there. But Whitlock will go to the line to shoot a pair.
That's the tough part about being a shot blocker. You feel like you have to block the shot as opposed to just resisting, putting pressure up. You know, we used to call it back in the day just umbrella, just go straight up and being able to live with the result.
Right. .57 seconds left. Tied at 27s. And does get the second. Harrison back with the lead. Poole. Halfway down, rimmed out.
Tim, I don't think Harrison will hold for the one shot. I think they'll get the best shot that they possibly can get.
Barnes with the steal. Found Sims. And got it. Unless you can get a layup.
Yes.
25 seconds. Now Flynn will bring it over the timeline. The steal. Donahue. And one. Nene Donahue with the finish of the foul. Great stuff from Nene.
Tim, I say this over and over. Would you want to bring the ball down the floor against Nene Donahue for an entire ball game?
No, thank you.
I mean, you might score every now and then.
Good, right. Loose ball, and that will be the end of the first half. Your score, 31-28. Snider is on top. We'll take a break and come back for halftime in about 6.5 minutes. Live from SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then, too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier, too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with Jim Rat's basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts, all with a 99% career success rate.
You belong here.
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 I belong here.
Has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, I mean, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, I mean, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
In 4 years, this could be you.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts.
You belong here.
Our football team haven't won a sectional title in 32 years.
There's no team better than us, and we just do our job.
Nobody really want to lose no more.
All you want is greatness. You want me 1, 2, 3.
This is a game that's been on my calendar all year.
We gonna need you. Staying disciplined.
We a whole different Northside team.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. SummitCitySports.com coming to you live right here from Bill Green Arena, Class 4A regional final between Snider and Harrison. Snider got out to about an 8-9 point lead. Harrison battled right back. 31-28 is our score now. Looking at the halftime scores, with Snider up 31-28 over Harrison.
Okay, let's take a look at Harrison right now. They're being led by Riley Flynn with 8 points. Elsie Honored with 6. Riley Whitlock with 6. Campbell Moore, who got in foul trouble early in the ball game, ended up with 4 in that first half. Ashley Dunk with 2, and Ava Honored, I hope I pronounced her last name correctly, Honored with 2.
I think we're getting that right.
For their 28. You take a look at Snider. They're being led by Sierra Sims with a huge 13-point first half. Jordan Poole with 8. Janae Donahue, excuse me, I'm not used to calling her Janae.
Just say Nene.
Nene Donahue with 5 points. Gabrielle Barnes, or Bree Barnes, with 2. Kyra Parker with 2. Tia Finnezy with 1. And that makes up their 31. I think one of the things that Snider has to keep in mind is that Harrison likes to get in transition. They want to get up and down. They don't mind running with Snider. They don't mind pressing Snider. And Snider's going to have to put their foot on the gas pedal the start of this first 4 minutes of this second half to establish that we are Snider and this is how we're going to play. Right. And if you want to try and continue to try and press us and run with us, we're going to make you pay.
That's Coach Keith Edmonds. We're going to take a short break and get set for this third quarter of game action in about a minute, a little over a minute, right here live at SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Third quarter action. This is SummitCitySports.com. 16 more minutes of regulation to decide who will move to semi-state next week at Huntington. And what a play and set to start the third quarter.
Nice set play for Campbell. Get your post player involved early. You know you're going to need her to score, and that was a great set by the Harrison young ladies.
Yeah, not only the offensive skills, her shot blocking timing has been very tremendous. Poole, a little hesitation. Now that's a Division I basketball player knowing how to shoot over a taller frame.
Yes.
Poole with the bucket. What did she have at halftime, Coach?
She had 8 points at halftime.
Now 10 for Jordy. Honor. Can't get it. Moore with the board. That's a tough lay-in with the left hand from Honor. Man. That is Poole. That crossover so nasty. Finney. Left hand finish. Beautifully done from Tia. So the post presence on both sides showing their force a little bit.
And it's really interesting. I'll bring this point up just a moment, Tim.
That's going to go off the back of Harrison. Go ahead, Coach.
Moore scored the first time down for Harrison, so they went right back to her the second time down, and Snider started double-teaming the post to make her give it up, which is something that we might want to keep an eye on. I would like to see Tia Finney give her a little more resistance and not necessarily play behind and try and block her shot, but maybe three-quarter front, full front, and make it a little more difficult for her.
Heads-up play by Finney.
Yes.
And knocks it out of bounds. Yeah, the other thing that comes with that, Coach, is they have outstanding three-point shooting here for Harrison. You don't want to give Riley Flynn open looks on a kick-out.
No doubt.
So 6 minutes, Coach Sarp wants a 30. He's got to get a timeout. We're going to stay right here as this broadcast is brought to you by Summit City Sports. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like and follow our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. We serve every level of athlete with our integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. Learn more about our services by logging on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu. So back to the action here. Third quarter. 6:06 left in it. The coach start timeout. That one no good. Had a look. And out of bounds it will go to Harrison. 6:01 left. 3-point ball game. The winner of this will move on to semi-state next week, presumably at Huntington North. Just a short drive west of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Oh, it's off. Wow.
Yeah, that was a foul that he just didn't call.
Wow. Usually out in the open like that, it's got a call. That one no good. That's going to stay at this end. Last touch by Barnes. Baseline inbound from Harrison.
Okay. Looks like they're bringing a shooter off of a double screen. There she is. Oh, good defense.
Good steal from Poole. And that's going to be a foul. 5:37, Poole to the line to shoot a pair. So Snider won that first quarter 18-12. Harrison won the second 16-13. Sitting at 5:37 left. There was also 2 lead changes in that first half and 2 ties. First one.
Tim, and I look to see Jordan Poole start to assert herself. I think that she needs to understand that her team needs her to be who she is, which is the best player on the floor and a high-caliber Division I player, and that's when you show up in games like this.
Right.
So I expect her to really ramp it up on the offensive end.
Looking for Flynn on that curl.
And Harrison is running what is called a flex offense, where it's a back screen and down screen.
Oh, right there, they had her trapped, and Poole just a reach that didn't need to happen. That's going to be a foul.
And we have a warning right here on the bench for Harrison's coach. It's just a warning. I think they've had enough, and the referee just said we've heard enough of you, and so he's got to be careful.
Yeah, 5:13 left in this third quarter. A lot of game time left.
Yes.
Poole read it. Just read the screen situation. Will lay it up in. Good. How about more steals to offense? Man.
Yes. And again, however you can influence the game, Tim, and Jordan Poole sees that that's being more aggressive on the defensive end.
Right. And leading to easier buckets because the Harrison half-court defense has been tough. That's a travel. Yeah, left her pivot. Yeah, it will be a turnover. It'll go back to Snider. 4:48. A little more momentum here for the Panthers.
And again, I'd use Tia Finney and come off, run Jordan Poole off a high ball screen and let her get into the heart of the defense and see what she can do.
Nene. Good strength.
Or give it to Nene on a clear out and just let her score.
9-point game. Full timeout for Harrison. We'll step away here with them live at SummitCitySports.com.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 4:31 left in this third quarter. The outstanding little run here from the Lady Panthers, led by the defensive prowess of Nene and Jordy Poole. Now Harrison needs a bucket.
High ball screen. Jordan did a great job going underneath it.
Flynn. Oh, wow. That's a tough one there.
And he said the ball was out of bounds. She fouled her on the way to the basket.
Also not a two-shot foul. It'll be inbound baseline. Donahue now with 3 fouls. Keep an eye on that forward show.
Yes.
3-ball wide open. Can't get it. Whitlock with the rebound. Finney rejected. That was all ball.
Watch Nene. This is her shot. That's the shot that normally she can make. I think she had more time than she realized.
Too much. Yeah. Too much time, too much space.
Yes.
.343 in the third, 9-point game. Honor, there's more. Finney. Oh, just needed to stay down right there. Finney has the length where not a lot of bigs are going to be able to shoot right over the top of her.
That's exactly right, and I think there was a couple things there, Tim. One, Moore knows that they need her to score.
Yes,
and
so she's forcing it a little bit.
She's forcing it, that's right.
.333. Moore down low, just had position on the inbounds, and she'll go to the line.
A great substitution by Coach Tharp getting Tia Finney out. That might have been on her, got her out, and the foul was on Bree Barnes, but a little subtle change right there by Coach Tharp.
Moore. The lefty can't get it to go. And does get the second. It's Campbell Moore. 8-point ball game. 3.5 left. This is SummitCitySports.com. Thanks for joining us here for our second game of the doubleheader. Boys action will continue next week in the city of Fort Wayne. But C.C. Sims having an outstanding game.
No reason for her to take that shot, but
she is playing so much confidence.
She's having a ball game. She sure is.
A good job by Sims just to stay vertical. See, and this is where you lose credibility with referees. That was an obvious non-call.
Yes.
If you're going to complain about that, that's where you start losing a little bit.
Well, and again, they're making a concerted effort to get the ball to Moore.
Yep.
And Snider needs to realize that she is left-handed and she's coming towards them with the left hand every time.
Big time. Whitlock. That was a huge save there for Harrison.
Yes.
Now they pull back within 9. Poole, she loves the wing three. Back rim no good. Rebound Whitlock.
Oh, she double dribbled and she got away with one.
Yeah. That foul is going to be on.
It looks like number 4 on Nene.
It is. So she's going to have to check out. 2.5 minutes left.
Let's keep an eye on that. 2:32 in the third quarter. She picked up her 4th. 9-point lead for the Lady Panthers.
And that's going to be another whistle. This is when referees start paying attention a little bit to the foul count because you're at 7.
7-1.
7-1. Harrison shooting free throws the rest of the way.
Campbell's got to convert these free throws. She hasn't shown that she has any proficiency at the line at all. I mean, it's great that you're mounting fouls against Snider, but you got to convert.
Second attempt for Moore. Does get the second. Yeah, she's a 59.2% free throw shooter on the season. 8-point game, 2:25 left.
Now Snider needs to, I think, Tim, just take a little time off the clock. Yeah. There's no reason to force anything. You don't need to launch a three. That's why I was making reference to the shot that Sierra Sims, even though she made it, make Harrison come out of that zone. They're in a 2-3 zone, and sometimes you call it a 2-3 tandem. And again, that was not a good shot.
Looked like she was out of bounds, was Whitlock, and then was the first player to touch it coming back in, but we're sitting at the other end of the court. There's Moore, just a little heavy, couldn't pull it down. On Barnes, not a pull, has Sims, beautiful
good
look.
Pass.
Oh. Sims, tremendous ball game, continues a 10-point game.
Who makes that pass but Jordan Poole?
Not many, that is for sure. Just a junior, folks.
And there she is, left-handed, coming to her strong side.
Campbell Moore, another one.
If I'm Snider, I'm holding for the last shot of this quarter so I can keep this nice lead that we have, about 8 to 10 points.
1 minute left in this third. Yeah, you don't really need to shoot it.
No, not at all.
Yep, Coach Start pulling Jordy back out. Now goes to Finney. Zai Finney. Don't need it. Good job by the sophomore.
I look for Jordan Poole to create maybe at about 15 seconds and get a shot for Kyra Parker. Let's see. Not yet.
Oh, great look.
Great pass.
Jordy Poole dropping dimes to CC Sims.
Man, that was nice.
10-point game, 18 seconds left. Flynn, kick out. Honor, 10 seconds, plenty of time. Flynn, short. That's going to be a foul on Finney. Just that swipe down right there. It's an easy call. And it will go on about, check it, that will be 2 foul shots.
And it's really interesting that Lafayette Harrison's fans react to every call that is made. And even though, you take a look at the foul count, Snider has 8 to 1.
Right.
They still want more fouls called against them.
Right. Honor, second attempt. The first of 2.
Jordan Poole's going to get this ball out of bounds quick. If I'm Harrison, I'm going to her right away to guard her, not let him get it in. She's going to get a shot off, Tim.
Yep.
A nice shot, too.
1 second. Free ball, and couldn't get it to go. That's the end of our third quarter. Don't go anywhere, folks. For a regional title on the line. We'll be right back. SummitCitySports.com.
Sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. SummitCitySports.com. 8 minutes of regulation left here in this Class 4A regional final. The winner will move on to Huntington North for that semi-state berth. Poole and Snider up by 8. Nene Donahue has 4 personal fouls. She's been on the bench since the 2:32 mark in the third quarter. That score was 44-35.
Sierra Sims all night, Tim.
Man.
What a game she has played.
Junior class for Snider. Her, Finney, Poole, and Donahue. That's 4 out of the 5 starters are juniors, Coach,
Yes.
and I'll be back next year.
I'll be back.
And with the second year, and Reggie Tharp under the Steve Zimbo, the athletic director there at Snider High School.
Sierra Sims now has 21 points.
Hello. Averages what, 9?
Yeah,
8,
almost
7.
9 a game.
8.7 a game. Stepping up when needed the most.
No doubt.
Second attempt. Pure. 10-point lead. Seven and a half. Honor. No good. More. Put back. Still no good. Flynn got the putback. 8-point game. Good effort from Flynn.
Yes.
There's Jordy Poole. Sims. Barnes. Oh, couldn't get it. How about CeCe Sims?
Yes.
Man. 6:35 gives her team another possession.
Ooh.
Couldn't get that one.
Sims, of course, CeCe Sims got the rebound.
Going
I think
near
now,
the double-double.
Yeah. I think now they've taken 2 ill-advised threes. I think they need to run a set, get the ball to Jordan Poole, let her create, and get into the heart of the defense.
Yeah, that was back-to-back rebounds, so that does put her at 10 rebounds.
Yes.
Junior absolutely stepping up. Now Poole will go to the line. That will be the 3rd team foul on Harrison. And the 3rd on Honor.
And I think Coach Tharp will leave Nene Donahue on the bench as long as he possibly can. I think if the lead gets down to maybe 5 or 6, he'll put her back in. But at this point, there's really no reason to put her in.
Yeah, risk reward isn't there. Now Poole.
But I do look for Tia Finney to come back in when Nene comes back.
6:05. Back to a 10-point game.
They're running the same set. They'll run a dribble handoff, and they'll bring Campbell Moore. High ball. Here she comes.
Barnes.
Good job, Bree Barnes. Good job. That's a good job. That's okay. That's a good job. What Bree needs to understand is you don't have to allow her to cut to the basket. You can block that cut and make her go behind you.
Prior to the pass,
right,
you're talking.
Correct.
Hear that, kids? It's pre-post set up. Get your body on the cutter. And at the minimum, at least try to push her as far off the block as you possibly can and make it more difficult. Moore, good on the first.
And that's good coaching by Harrison's coach, continuing to run that particular set and until Snider stops it.
Coach Rush McCauley, and this time Moore does hit them both. Big time. 8-point game, 5:50 left in it. Poole. Parker. Poole.
You don't need that, Jordan. You don't need that. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there.
Now Barnes, look for a three. Bounce pass to Parker. Jumper. Whoa, nice. Kira Parker. 10-point game.
Good job.
Big time jumper. All right, now playing really small is Snider.
And guess what set they're running, Tim? It's the same set.
Good job by Parker. That time just stood tall. Poole comes out with it. Another look to Sims. And another transition bucket for CC Sims and a 12-point game. Full timeout. We'll step away real quick. That's SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Welcome back. 4:54 left to go. Class 4A regional final. Winner moves on to semi-state. Snider up 56-44. And it will be Harrison ball. CC Sims, the story for Snider. Along with Jordy Poole just dropping dimes everywhere. They've stepped up with Nene in foul trouble. I mean, you got to give it to Coach McCauley. He has absolutely been in these officials, and instead of going the other way, he's getting more and more calls.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. And I think one of those things that the referees try and do is when they've warned you, and if you get off of them, then they'll start giving you some things, as long as you don't continue to ride them.
Got the first, does Flynn.
And what this does is it allows Harrison to score points without the clock moving and also get set up in their press. So I think they'll press for the remainder of this game.
Yeah. That's the second offensive rebound from Whitlock. That was a travel. 3 ball from Riley Flynn.
So they got 4 points out of that trip down, Tim.
56-48. 8-point game, 4.5 left. Poole to Finney. Parker. Back to Barnes.
He's got to get Nene back in now because, again,
momentum starting to get with Harrison as well.
Well, and kids have to understand that even though you're open, that wasn't a good shot by Zy Finney that particular time.
Wow, a lot of contact, no call. Here comes Whitlaw. Great job by Parker to knock it away. It will stay with Harrison, but great hustle from Kyra Parker. And now Nene will check back in. She's been out since the 2:32 mark in the third quarter with those 4 fouls.
Yes.
It was 44-35, so just a 1-point difference in score. Got to feel pretty good about that if you're Coach Tharp.
Yes.
I'm here to honor. And traveled. Gamble Moore just sometimes gets going a little bit too quickly.
Yes.
I understand she's trying to get the advantage on the quickness, but She's been so strong and so hard to guard. Just take your time. 3:43, Sims to Donahue. Now Barnes. Parker to Poole.
Now Snider doesn't have to be in any hurry at this point. Take care of the ball. Oh, Kyra Parker, she throws some questionable passes. Fortunate that time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think Coach Stark was like, okay.
I can feel your anxiety, and you're not even on the sideline in this one.
Yes.
So 3:25 left. We're going to stay right here as this broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing top-notch commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfectant services throughout Northeast Indiana. Are you ready to do what it takes to put your past behind you? What's expunging your criminal record or getting your driver's license reinstated? Jolly Law Firm's your answer. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioners, dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. A system and solution that fits your unique needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area. From ages 5 to 18, our players are equipped with elite-level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. At Ottenwater Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind in the entire process from bid to bill. Visit OttenwaterContracting.com. Tom Steel Tires has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They'll help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. So Snider will look to inbound it here right in front of their crowd. There's Poole. The trap comes immediately. Good find to Nene.
Okay, Snider needs someone at the high post.
Poole. Big bucket to stem the tide a little bit to get it back to 10. 3:05 remaining.
And they're going to keep Bree Barnes on Campbell Moore. There's the same set. Good job with a block to cut. Very good job that time.
Exactly what you were talking about, Coach. Oh! Flynn bakes one in late on a Saturday evening.
Yeah.
Why not? They'll take it. They'll take it. 2:51. And timeout. And 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here and finish our reads. What a tremendous little run now as Kelly Automotive, speaking of runs, a 70-year run, 70th year anniversary, celebrating 70 years of business. Make sure you shop all 14 of their brands at DriveKelly.com. Big Eye Fish has been around Northeast Indiana for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne and a family-friendly environment at the Big Eyed Fish. So back to it, 2:51, 7-point game. 10 team fouls on Snider, 3 on Harrison. Harrison shooting the double bonus the rest of the way.
So what you'll see, Tim, is that Harrison can be really aggressive on the ball. They only have 3 team fouls.
Right.
So they can be as aggressive as they want to be. They can gamble, try and back tap from behind. But I just look for them to pick up their pressure even more. Jordan's got to be able to handle the basketball, stay out of trouble.
Sims having a career night. She's got a double-double, folks.
Her huddle tape night.
It surely is. Oh, look at Poole. Oh, that's nasty. Just when you think you got her, you don't.
Yeah.
Tremendous hands. And be inbound right here in front of the Snider bench. 2.5 minutes away from Coach Reggie Tharp, winning a regional in his first year at Snider High School. It will be Sims to inbound. That one knocked away by Whitlock. It came to Poole, though. 2:28 left. Sims. Good look down low to Donahue. Found Parker. Oh, just couldn't get it. Parker, don't foul.
Big three-point attempt coming.
Great hustle from Monert. Whitlock. Can't get it. Donahue knocked it away. It came to Moore. Now Flynn. And they're going to get that on Parker.
Yeah.
Go back to the free throw line. Harrison will go down 7, 1:58 left. Will be Riley Flynn.
So I think what you'll see, Tim, is Harrison obviously will have an opportunity for 2 free throws without the clock moving.
Yes.
Instead of being in a 2-2-1 press, I feel that they'll bring the pressure even more, maybe be in a 55 full court man-to-man, maybe even a diamond trap where they put someone on the ball right away.
Sure.
And, where they can get more trap set. So, but it's definitely the key word here is pressure is coming.
Yes. Flynn needs to make this so they can set that up. Does hit them both. 5-point ball game, and they're going to back right out of it.
That's interesting.
Because Snider doesn't want to score quickly.
Well,
so even if you get beat, your first line of defense, they're not probably going to go to the bucket.
Well, and at this, I guess coach is thinking that, we're going to continue to just pressure in the half court. We got fouls to give, so they've got 2 more that they can give.
Sure.
Jordan Poole needs to come and get the ball. Okay. They have 1 more foul to give, and Snider will have to make free throws.
So the foul on Harrison. They have 5 team fouls now. Sims, good look to Donahue.
She threw that pass right through her legs.
You couldn't throw it any better or sweeter. Donahue. And there's a foul.
Wow.
1-1 coming now for Snider and Nene Donahue. We'll come down to free throws here, folks. Minute 37 left.
One of the things that I always try to do as a coach is make sure I thought the next play ahead. I talk to my leader, my captain, and just say, what defense are we in? Letting them know what's going on and communicate that to everyone coming back. You have to know what teams need. Harrison, obviously, they'll take the first available score, but they definitely need to start looking at threes. It's a 2-possession game. If Nene makes this, it'll be a 3-possession game.
It's them both. Big-time free throws from the junior. Do not want to foul if you're Snider, right, Co?
Right. You take the first available look that you can get. If you're Harrison, if it's a 3 and you feel like you can get it, very good defense that time by Nene.
Flynn, need it. Wide right, Moore. Donahue, no reason to... No reason to bat down at that.
Right.
You're already beat.
Yes.
That's going to be her 5th foul. 1:20 left, 5-point game.
Interesting substitution, putting Zy Fennessy in as opposed to Kyra Parker for Coach Tharp. So it's going to be real interesting to see down the stretch.
I wonder if that's more ball handling purposes, maybe. Barnes can't save it. Stays on this end. 5-point game, 1:18 left.
Yeah, it's really interesting because Harrison's coach just told Campbell Moore to shot fake first before you go up with it.
Didn't need to that time. Fennessy found Sims. That's going to be a foul on Flynn. That will send CC Sims to the line. 1:12 left, 5-point game. 1-1 coming.
And I always try to tell my kids, in a situation like this, you're going up there for a 1-on-1, just make the first one.
Don't even worry about the second.
Don't worry about trying to make 2. Make 1 first. You don't get to 2 unless you make 1.
Right. Sims can't get it. Rebound Whitlock.
Now just get back and play good half-court defense. If they make a 3, it doesn't hurt you.
2-possession game. That one partially blocked by Fennessy, and Poole knocked it to herself. And that's going to be a foul.
Wow.
Honor.
What a heads-up play by Jordan Poole to tip that to herself.
Yeah, that was going to be an offensive rebound and maybe into a layup.
No doubt.
Poole knocked that away. Tremendous stuff.
No doubt.
And she'll go to the line.
Tim, I know they haven't done this the entire game, but if I'm Snider, I'm going to go to some type of zone, a 2-3 zone or something that will force Harrison to take a different look. You know, they're just used to bringing the ball down against a man-to-man and running their sets. So I throw a different look at them just to see how they will handle it.
Poole, second attempt, hit the first.
This is a huge one. I'll make it 3 possessions if she makes it.
7-point game, as Coach mentioned. 3 possessions now, 57 seconds left. Sims. Flynn can't get it. Got her own board. Knocked away by Finney. It'll stay at this end.
Same set. They're going to throw it inside. They're doubling. That's very good.
Smart. Just stay there with Moore. Yep, and that led to the turnover. Great job. Sims poked it away. And then Moore, I believe, is going to get hit with the foul. It will be on Moore. That is her 4th. Now in the double bonus. 45 seconds left. Poole. Big time. 8-point game. You make it a 9-point game with the make. Poole. Got them both. 4 straight free throw makes for Jordy.
That's what D1 players do, Tim.
45 seconds left. 9-point game. Flynn can't get it. Finney tracks it down and knocked it off of the Harrison player as she's diving out of bounds.
Wow.
What effort. 36 seconds left. Harrison season on the line. Poole. Oh, she was pushed as she caught and found it to Barnes. And a smart foul, a foul to sophomore. It looks like Flynn may be shaken up here at midcourt.
Yeah, it looked like she
holding her stomach.
Yeah, looked like she banged. I thought she banged knees, but it looks like she's holding her midsection.
Let's see here. So she'll be helped off the floor. 32.7 left. Hopefully the senior can get back out there. But down by 9. Snider in the driver's seat. Now Bree Barnes to the line to shoot the double bonus. Ooh, couldn't get the roll. Good Bree Barnes. Second attempt forthcoming. And it does get the second to make it a 10-point game. 32 seconds left. Snider, just do not foul. Regional title is going to be yours.
Let her have it, Tia.
Blocked. As Finney just went straight up. And the foul on Moore, that's her 5th.
Tia, Snider's version of Zach Edey. I know that you IU fans don't want to hear that, but...
Oh, we can't. We beat them. That may change in a week, but we beat them for now.
Well, what a game Tia Finney has played. Yes. You just can't underestimate having a shot blocker back there that can erase a bunch of mistakes that you might make on the perimeter and allow players to get in the lane.
And a great game by Campbell Moore. She does foul out. She really kept the minute in that third quarter.
Yes.
Down low. As Coach McCauley taking his starters out one by one. As Jordy Poole makes it a 12-point game.
Snider clears the bench.
And Snider's going to clear the bench, and their fans are going to give it up. As Coach Reggie Tharp is going to be a regional champ in his first year. Why not?
And all of his frontline players are back next year.
Yep. As a matter of fact, they only have one senior on the roster. 20 seconds. And we're going to jump ball. 11.8 left. Bree Barnes will check out. Checking in, number 3, Brenna Spooler, freshman. $11.8. Look to throw it right down to the block. That goes out of bounds.
All Snider has to do is bring it across and just hold it, and the ball game is theirs.
Over and back. Stepped out of on the half-court timeline. So celebration will be a bit delayed. So congratulations to Reggie Tharp and the Snider Panthers. They are 4A regional champions here at Marion High School. And move on to semi-state. Parkview Sports Medicine Player of the Game, CC Sims, with a double, folks. What a game, Coach, that we saw here tonight. Snider bent a little bit, never broke, and pulled out at the end.
Well, again, in tournament play, Tim, you never know who's going to emerge as that particular player that night that comes off the bench or as a starter that might be undervalued or overlooked by the opposing team. And I'm not sure that Harrison thought that Sims could score like that. And she found some shots early and ended up with a career high in a tremendous game.
Well, what a day we've had here at Marion High School and Bill Green Arena. We are committed to doing the Huntington North semi-state. Still shaking out how that's going to all play out, but should be able to see that through Summit City Sports, as we will be contracted by the IHSA TV. So until there, thanks for joining us here, folks, as Snider will head out on the center of the floor as they are regional champions here in Class 4A. Congratulations to Reggie Tharp. So we're going to sign off for Lindley Kistler. I am Tim Atkinson and Coach Keith Edmonds. We'll see you next time right here live at SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then, too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier, too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with Jim Rath's basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak